Rings is an evil little girl horror movie short. And before we even get into the recap, this is literally what justifies my opinion on 2 is that they had to make literally a whole ass short film to basically conclude the starting of the second movie, because I feel like even they knew they dropped the ball on that. Like, yeah, that was the most interesting shit, and they just never went nowhere with it. And that was the whole point of the god movie, was for you to see people dealing with the consequences of the mom and son making the copy in the first movie. And then that's okay. That was what the second movie was starting as. And then you follow those characters, and then dude dies, and then you just never touch back on that shit. So, recap. This movie is about the character, the dude from the second movie. At the start of the second movie, it's that guy trying to show that innocent girl the movie before he dies. And this is basically what happened through his 7 days, and it's showing you how he watched the movie. And basically a bunch of movies in the world have spread, and people are recording their 7 days and seeing how long they can last before they have to show someone else their movie. But they're recording them going through it, and they're getting on this website and they're uploading their adventures, like their 7 days. So like you could get on this website and click on like Tina, and you could see what Tina was going through on her day 4 or something, which is so good. This is literally what the second movie was supposed to be about, and it's like really good. And that's that. You just go through his 7 days, and then obviously this movie is a short. It's only like 17 minutes long, and the end of the movie is when he meets up with the girl, which basically is the start of the second movie. Yeah, and it's like these kids, they were like playing a game or some shit, and they showed him, and then when it was his turn to show somebody the movie, the people that showed him the movie backed out, so now he's stuck, and that's why he picked that innocent girl, because he was panicking. But that is this movie. So my review to Rings. Also, this isn't the 2017 version Rings. This is just like a short Rings. I don't know, same name for some reason. So if you type in Rings, you'll get 2 different movies. This one and the 2017, which I haven't seen the 2017. But nonetheless, my review. So surprisingly, this movie is well done. For 17 minutes, they really went all in, which is more of a thought process of they regret just not doing the story. Just the acting was good, the production was good, the directing was good, the writing was good. Easily, just this 17 minutes of this movie was better than the second half of Ring 2 by far. Like, this movie is really good, and it's rated pretty well too. Like, think Ring 2's like rated 30 or less, and this little short was rated like a 60 plus. So it was just better. And yeah, that's what makes me think that they should have just followed the storyline in 2, is because they literally made a whole ass movie about just finishing that storyline, probably because they're like, what happened with that? It was so good, and you just never did nothing with it. Pretty stupid. And then when they did make the short, it got better like reviews than the second movie. So just all in all, they definitely should have just followed this storyline for 2, and maybe just had the end of 2 be for the third movie. You know, like, that should not have been the second movie, man. Very disappointed. But yeah, nonetheless, we did get a little bit. But when I went into this movie, I also didn't know it was going to be 17 minutes long. So when it got to like the end of the movie, I was just so disappointed because I had no clue. It just was over. And I'm like, what? No, I need more. 4 is so good. So that's pretty good. So my recommendation for Rings, and yeah, this is easily recommended. Honestly, I would probably highly recommend this in the sense that I would want people to know this exists. Like, look, they made this little short movie because they knew they messed up in the second movie. But I mean, besides that, yes, definitely recommended. This is really, really well done. 17 minutes of just back lore on something they should have just made a whole movie about. So it was really good. And then you'll find yourself wanting like the series to have gone in that direction. Like, it was really well done, honestly. Creative, smart, and this is what I thought they were gonna do in Ring 2, and that's why I was so excited after Ring 1, because they set up for like this scenario and like this stuff that's happening in this short, and then they just never do it in Ring 2. So disappointing in Ring 2, but what a classy way to let people know who have that feeling that they're right.